All right. Let's get the... Oh, I gotta make sure my mic's working because it wasn't... Okay, it is. All right. It's been a long time, gentlemen. A long time. Cue Rocket Man, John there. But anyways, last we played, I believe you guys saw a certain somebody fly, like, I don't know if they're flying or walking. I can't remember what I was doing. Going into this, what looks like the maw of a monstrous dragon carved into the side of this volcano top. Well, we're not at the very top, but volcano side, you know what I mean. So here in front of you is said bridge. The bridge is actually way longer. Just in your heads, imagine a bridge just like 5 times as long. I just thought it'd be kind of stupid to just have like, you guys have to scroll for a silly bridge. So that's like this giant chasms in front of you, and it connects to... Have you guys all you guys played Ocarina of Time?
No, I don't know what that...
Okay, so you guys don't know about like the Dongo Cavern? How that look? Okay, well, you can look that up. It's sort of like that. Anywho, I forget what time of day it is. I don't think it's relevant, honestly. But you see this huge chasm and bridge that leads into the side of this volcano. There's a lot of heat from the lava and magma below you. So everything's kind of hazy as you guys look across. So like it looks on the... You guys know when it's like super hot out, like things get kind of like weird when you're looking at something. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, it's like that. But yeah, you guys see this huge chasm. It's quite lit up from the lava and stuff. Sort of like that GIF I sent you. So you guys can see the other side of the... We'll just say it's daytime. You guys can see the other side of the bridge where this maw is. What do you guys want to do?
Can I perception to see if there's like people along? Is there like a wall, or does it go into the cave?
That's not a wall. That's just where I stopped the reveal thing. But yeah, you can absolutely roll a perception check. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, I don't have roll 20 up on... I don't have my GM roll 20 up. I was like, why can't I control anything? Guys, it's been too long. Jerry, what's your total? Okay. Andrew's total, not so great. So Jerry got a 31. Okay, that's really good. Okay. So, as you guys are looking across this giant chasm, you do see a couple things. The new roll 20 thing for like the new toolbars and stuff is kind of crazy, so if I screw something up, I'm sorry. You do see 2 gentlemen across the way. Well, I'll enlarge for you. I will bigify. You can take a wild guess at what they are. Hint, it's not that hard of a guess. But you got some boys. But with the 31, you also notice something is kind of funky about this bridge. So since you noticed, I need you to give me a either knowledge arcana or knowledge planes check, please. I'll let you tell us to the others, and then anyone can do it. Alright, so you have just Arcana, Jared? So that's a 32. Okay. Does anybody have knowledge planes?
I think I do.
Give me that, please.
No planes.
What about trains and automobiles?
$20.
Okay, that's good too. So I don't know how to represent this in a like metaphysical sense, so I'm gonna instead do it literally. So this isn't a wall, but between the two of you, like Eos notices, like, hey, I think there's something weird about this bridge, and he's talking amongst the group, and then between him and then Karamos seeing via Elhaz's eyes, you notice that the bridge, like right where this this red line that I have there is, it looks like two pieces of the bridge aren't connecting properly. Like one, like it was like you took a bridge, you snipped it with some scissors, and you tried to put it back together, but the edges didn't line up quite right. Does that make sense?
Is that just from the heat haze?
No. You can tell it's like a distinct line. And you can see, if you like look at it and you're really noticing it, it almost looks like there's a giant invisible wall where everything's just slightly off. Like the alignment's not quite right.
Like looking underwater?
Yes.
Like refractions?
Mm-hmm. So this is different from the heat. So the heat is definitely masking whatever this is. But there is something on the bridge. It's actually all around you. It's like this a giant. Not to do another super niche reference, but has anybody watched any Wind Waker speedruns?
Yeah.
Do you know about the invisible wall? The infamous invisible wall?
No.
Okay, well, as part of the speed run, they can go down to Hyrule Castle, and the like end game trigger is like on this other side of this massive invisible wall, and they had no way to clip through it. Well, eventually they figured out how to clip through it. It's a giant pain in the rear. Anyways, the wall is like 3 times the size of the actual map that they're playing on. It goes like through the floor, through the ceiling, like it's humongous. That's essentially what this is. It looks like it goes down into the depths below, all the way up into you can't see in the sky anymore. Where you can just notice this outline of like there's just like some giant wall in your way. Thoughts?
I mean, can I...
Ira will, I guess Ira will be like, is this a celestial being blocking our path?
Can I do any other checks to see what if it's like magic?
Yeah, you can detect magic.
How far away is it?
We will say, what's your range? 60 feet?
Yeah.
We'll say it's 60 feet away.
Right.
You do detect an immensely powerful magic force.
So, I could do more rounds.
It's like learning school and things like that.
It's a number of different magical auras and the power, strength, and location of each aura.
One aura, strength beyond comprehension.
I can make an Arcana check to see the school.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Well, I don't know the school either, so let me look that up. That's a pretty good roll.
27. It's DC 15 plus the spell level.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what school it is. I just gotta figure out. I don't know what school this is, so I'm looking it up.
Hey Josh, is this like oddly familiar from like what we experienced back in the ice cave? Curious.
No, this is a foreign thing.
Okay, because like we had to like go find the keys to turn off the shield, right? Or we had to do something to take the shield down in the cave.
Right. Well, you guys, you guys don't know if this is like a wall or if it's just like a curtain. You know, is it something you can pass through or not? You guys don't know yet. You just notice it is there.
So like a veil,
Can I
almost.
throw a rock at it?
Yeah, give me a ranged attack.
I'm assuming that I can just kind of chuck it, right?
Yeah. I mean, the wall, like your target is literally your entire view, so it's impossible to miss. It's just distance. Hold on, I have to PFSRD this in terms of. The school of magic is conjuration.
That's not typically what like walls is, right?
No.
That's more for creatures, like making beasts.
There is. Give me another Arcana check. Actually, you rolled a nat 20, didn't you? I'll just give it to you. There is a subset of conjuration that is quite specific that this falls directly into.
Don't know what that is. Warding? Is like warding a conjuration thing?
I think warding's... Actually, it might be, because you're summoning a shield. After conferring with it, I need Eos to also roll an Arcana check. Now, Saliska, you don't have... Do you have Knowledge Arcana? Since you're not technically a caster?
No, because I'm not a caster.
Okay.
I think I have knowledge of nature.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to make sure... I wanted to make sure I wasn't excluding you.
Oh. I am not a knowledgeable person.
Cast Identify.
Identify. What the heck is that? Okay, so Jared, you learn the same thing that even with a roll, you'll just learn the same things that Kermos has. But I need you to roll a Knowledge Arcana check, please. Oh my gosh, you guys are destroying these rolls. It's like a 32? 34. Okay. So after...
Oh, that's not very
so,
bad.
what?
I was just saying, tell us everything.
Oh, yeah, I will. Kermos is speaking about his theorems to Eos, and Eos, with his knowledge of magic, realizes that this is a conjuration in the teleportation section.
Didn't even know that was a subset of conjuration.
Me neither. That's why I had to look it up.
So it could teleport us somewhere else, or it could just teleport us to the other side of the bridge, just to make the walking quicker.
So now we'll cut to the rock. So you watch the rock, Dwayne Johnson, flying through the air, and it hits this curtain, this veil, and the rock disappears, and then like a second and a half later, it appears where it should have been and keeps going.
That's odd.
But slightly skewed. Like it moved like half an inch to the left or whatever.
I wonder if it goes somewhere for like testing to see if it's acceptable to pass through, and then they go through some other thing that pops out the other side.
I don't know.
So you said it's just slightly off from where it's like supposed to be lined up.
Yeah, like you can barely notice, but it's like a like everything that past that is like a centimeter skewed, like slightly to the left or whatever. So they don't the edges don't perfectly line up.
I wonder if it's like a bubble shield, like a anti-aerial defense shield, and everything just kind of gets like warped because it's so like permanent. I don't know.
Well, it's teleportation.
Right? Isn't that like a barrier? Isn't that like a barrier though?
A conjuration is also barriers, but this is specifically based off of your guys' roles. It's a teleportation barrier.
It's the time delay that's interesting for me. Like, why is there such a time? Because normally teleportation is instantaneous.
That's a good call. Maybe it went through two doors, like they lined up, like one slightly off compared to the other, and like so when you walk through, you're a little bit to the left.
Yeah, that's why I think there's like some middle section. Something in between.
Could it be like the fire realm, maybe? Like I don't know. Like, could Eos do like a knowledge history check and know that like if his people have these barriers located throughout?
That'd be knowledge
time?
planes.
Gotcha.
Literally the one time we need a knowledge planes roll. I don't think we've ever needed it.
I mean, would I know that?
Do you have knowledge planes?
I have every knowledge.
Then you might know it. Roll.
24?
You do know it. You can surmise. You guys are absolutely killing these knowledge rolls. You guys never get knowledge rolls, so this is great. You can surmise that the delay is not due to a middle area. It is due to something needing immense magical power that it kind of takes time to like get that energy to go through. So like it's not necessarily a caster who's holding this up, it's more of an item. That's big news, by the way. That's big info.
An item?
Of immense power. It's almost like it's loading you up. Like loading, and then you move to the next zone, like in a video game.
Is it like an orb, like the dragon orb, Josh? Like, could that also create like a barrier like this, maybe?
The dragon orb would not, but it would be something of near power level.
I mean, can we like go through it?
The rock did. Didn't bounce off or anything.
Or could we see any like effects on the rock? Was it like steaming?
Nope. It literally looked like it just vanished for like a second, not even a momentary lapse, and then reappeared on the other side, pretty much exactly where it would have been, maybe a millimeter to the left.
Well, I can send Elhaz through first, if we so wish.
There are boys who you can see across the way. So if you were to start going across the bridge, that would direct attention.
I mean, I have invisibility greater, but that's only for one person. Doesn't Eos have that invisibility sphere?
You have to ask him.
I don't know how that'll work through the teleportation, but
It's a risk you have to take.
I don't think I have anything. But like, we're helping us. But I say we just go for it. Just walk in or have Elhaz go in. You can always re-summon him.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I vote for if you can re-summon Elhaz relatively easy, just have him scout ahead. The only thing is, like, he might cause alarm right away, because I don't know how good as their vision is, or if they have those like goggle things.
Well, you can, like I said, you can see pretty decently here because of the lava and such. And also, don't forget, because it's been a while, this is like, you guys are essentially going into Area 51 for the Giants. So the security here is going to be strong and swift.
Can I do a knowledge check to see if they have any like special vision?
Sure. I'm also going to do a knowledge check, aka look up their stat blocks, because I don't know. Is that knowledge Loke?
Yeah, that would be a 22.
Knowledge local?
Yes.
That's pretty good. They have low light vision. They have very, very good perception, though.
Do they have the invisibility goggles on?
Not that you guys can tell.
This place is kind of like going to Mustafar.
Well, I mean, my only thought is just invisibility. If you want to send just Elhaz ahead, I can make him invisible. If you want to do all of us, it's up to Eos.
Is Mustafar in Star Wars?
Yeah, that's
That-
like where Darth Vader is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is kind of like that, honestly.
You don't remember that? No. I have the high ground.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I just couldn't remember what the planet name was.
That's Mustafar.
Well, yeah, it's exactly like that.
Are we thinking a solo? Well, my only worry with the solo adventure is if it does teleport away somewhere, then that will, like, kill Elhaz.
Just have the connection.
Yeah.
Then you can just re-summon him, right?
In
For
24 hours.
10 minutes.
Oh, it's 10 minutes?
Yeah, with my spell. I can do it for 10 minutes, but yeah, it takes a whole day.
Yeah. Oh, so you can summon him for in 10-minute increments after that.
Yeah, with it's a spell.
Okay. But in order to get him, like, back, you have to wait a day.
Yes.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ira has a whole lot of like infiltration spells. I think she just basically is defense and healing. So I think the reconnaissance is reliant on Eos and Karamos in this instance.
He's clicking.
Oh, was Jared typing something?
Casting visibility sphere.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let me do the old
New and improved sphering.
the old ring. Ring of fire.
Meatball.
Is it a 20-foot radius?
No idea.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I forgot I gotta do this. There we go. I thought it was only 10 feet, actually. That looks too big. Because I know you guys always had a hard time squeezing. Now it looks too small. Is it 15?
I think it's a 20-foot radius.
10.
All right, so let's just move Jared. There we go. That's good enough. All right. I can advance you guys together as a group, as a unit.
Sure.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Easy as that. It just moves.
Where'd the wall? Oh, it's moving with you guys? I was like, where'd it go? I forgot it's on the same layer. Wait, where'd you go? All the way back.
We're together.
Ooh, what is happening? Everything's all.
This wouldn't happen on Foundry. It's moving again.
Hold on. You guys aren't also. Do you see that you're not locking into? Since you're with an art piece, you guys aren't locking to the squares. You just kind of go wherever you want.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Why? This thing is not even that big. Like, here. This is as big as the thing is. Why is it grabbing onto you guys way down there?
Should be free now that you moved it by itself.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. It's me grabbing onto you guys. It's grabbing it too. Yeah, it's still doing it. Alright, we'll just put it in the map. Jared, okay, now what's going on? Why are you guys all flying around?
I was just catching up to Jard.
Jared must be in the middle. Okay. You guys get up to the wall. You ready to pass through?
I'm good.
Everyone good?
Good.
You pass through the wall, and as you do, you feel kind of weird. But you do cross through. As soon as you guys all get across, I need everyone to do a fortitude save for me. Totals, please.
I had a 28.
Nice, you're good.
12 for Alhaz and a 24 for Keramos.
Okay, Keramos is fine. Elhaz takes... seven fire damage.
Alright.
Eos, you're unaffected. I didn't want to give it away. Now, this is not from the wall you just passed through. It is from your new environment as you guys look around, and it is insanely hot out. just crazy, crazy hot. And I need everyone to roll a perception check for me as well as you look around, because things are not what they looked like before. We got a 23. Whatever Jared's is, a 5. Justin, what did you get? A 25?
25.
So you guys look around and you notice when you look up into the sky, it is no longer the sky of Galarian. It is red. As if flames. And everything around you is just crazy hot and dry. And when you look behind you, again, you see the wall, but you can see from this side, you can see that the sky, like, there's a clear change in sky from your redness to just the normal sky on the other side. So you guys are not in Kansas anymore.
That sounds not good at all.
So would this be considered? Let me check what this is. This be saving throw? Would this be against heat?
Against feet?
No, heat.
Oh, it is against heat, yes.
Alright. I get a +2 on all my saves. Essentially, I'm in cloud. I don't have many spells.
Andrew, if you want to cast and endure elements, you can. Now, I believe I promised you guys that this is going to be a place where you're not going to have to cast that over and over again. That is true when you get inside. But out here, you're exposed. All right. And I'm guessing you're choosing fire for your endure elements. Okay. So you cast endure elements ice, and nothing happens.
Sweet.
All right, yeah. You guys are all fine in the endure elements bubble. And when you guys get in here, you also notice that things are a lot more clear. Like the haze that you saw from before is just non-existent because everything's hazy here. So it just is normal. It's so hot. If anyone had knowledge planes, you guys could figure out exactly how, like, where you are.
Not very good. It's like 15.
15. So that's pretty decent. But you don't even need a knowledge roll because as you're about to speak about where you think this is, Eos states, "I'm home."
Uh-oh.
He knows exactly where you are. You guys are on the plane of fire.
Very interesting. It's interesting how that was reflected down onto the other plane, like the rock.
Mm-hmm. So that's why it took such enormous power to get here, because this isn't like an actual place. And there's a whole freaking volcano in it. So. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Wasn't the plane of water the one that is coming after everyone?
It is. The plane of water, yes. The plane of fire is actually trying to protect against the plane of water, from what you gathered.
So these would be good guys, except for the fact that they're giants who are bad guys.
Yeah, so from... Oh, I don't want to give too much information away. Yes and no.
We just gotta find out why.
I
Let's just walk on in.
I just want to sit here and tell you everything, but that's not what my job is. So...
Anybody else think this looks like a very, like, this entrance right here looks like a very creepy cat face?
I mean, it kind of does. Those are teeth.
Looks like Appa.
It just looks like a scary face.
Essentially, you guys are in the jaw of this giant dragon head, and I just didn't draw the upper part. And
That's amazing.
there's red sand
That looks so cool.
that's mimicking like what a tongue would be.
I'm 100% visualizing this in the sense of, like, you know, at Aladdin. Like
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
The thing,
Yeah. Exactly like
that's what
that.
I'm imagining.
It's exactly like that. Just carved directly into the mountain. Oh, you guys can roll another perception check. I can actually give you a little bit more.
That looks so. That's cool, Josh.
Thank you. That was my own addition. It was not in the book. It was just a hole in the book. Boring.
16.
Okay. This new reveal tool is kind of funky. So, just to point out some things. Do I have a ruler? Yeah. This light gray is like ground you can walk on, and then this is like a wall. So this is like the cheeks of the dragon here. These are like the giant molars. So they're so tall that they go up beyond our field of view, so I just did a cross section of them. Same with these little ones. And then down here they're sticking outwards instead of up, so that's why I drew them out. Yeah, there's just two guards stationed here. They're actually both leaning against the teeth, like just kind of chilling out. They look kind of lazy, honestly.
So you said the red was like sand?
Yep. It's like the ground from before where you guys were. It's like reddish because of the atmosphere.
So they'd be able to see our footsteps?
If they were paying close enough attention, yes.
Now, does going through that teleporter make any sort of ripple or anything? Any effect?
No, I did not mention a ripple with the rock. So it is like you just go through. It just takes some energy, so it takes a second.
Sounds like we might be sneaking by, which I know we have someone in heavy armor.
Yeah, I mean, I think the invisibility sphere is fine.
Unless you want me to remove the heavy armor and just go basically.
Or we just kill him.
Well, that could
let's
sound
put this
alarm.
there.
Yeah, there's a long tunnel. You guys can't see deeper in. You don't know how long it goes. There could be more people right outside your field of view for all you know.
So we have a plus 20 on stealth, which hopefully should be good enough against passive perception. There isn't passive perception in this game, is there?
There is ish. Once we get to 2E, then yes.
Okay.
Did you also hear that in the new 2E that they're releasing here pretty soon, they're getting rid of schools of magic?
What?
Because it's too confusing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like an arbitrary label system. Some spells just don't have it, so they're just getting rid of it, and they're doing some new system instead.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like schools of magic. It's okay, but it also hampers you in certain like feats and things like that. So could be cool for casters. Okay. Anywho, getting sidetracked.
I said we just go.
Walk past them?
Yeah.
All right. You guys start to walk past them. I'm going to do some rolls here. All right. Everyone roll me a stealth check, please. There's one roll that could potentially catch one of you out. Okay, Ira, you're good. You were the liability.
I got a 9 and a 27.
Okay.
17
the-
total for me.
32 for Siliska. That's nuts. Eos, what's your total? You're actually the biggest liability here. Stealth is plus, what, 4? So you got 27? Or 7? Well, plus 20, so 27. Alright. Yeah, I got a 26 with one of my perceptions. So you just barely made it. But yeah, they do not notice you, and you guys keep moving deeper and deeper. Give me another perception check as now you guys are in the actual thing. Okay, well, never mind. Don't worry about it. I guess somebody can technically beat a 31, but
Jeez, rolling rocks.
yeah, you guys are killing it tonight with the rolls.
I mean, do we need higher than a nat 20 with a 31?
No.
Okay.
You guys see in front of you. I'm not done. You see a metal. It's like it looks like a bunch of crisscross metal chain links layered together. Like if you think like a lattice, and then you stagger a lattice slightly behind it, so you can see the lattice through the other lattice. Just imagine lots of those together. So it's like,
It's like a
you don't,
mesh, essentially.
yeah. So you're like, but like of like metal rebar. So there's like at least several layers of gate with 2 guards sanctioned on either side of it. And you can't see through it.
Can we do like perception for like a lever or traps or anything, or like a door that would lead around?
Yeah, with the natural 20, you notice that each of them are standing next to, like an inlay in the wall itself. So you can't see inside the inlay, but it looks like there could be like a switch or lever or something like that.
Should we try and leash them away? Like if we threw a rock, like, or if we like set a diversion like this way, so then we could go this way and like look for like levers and stuff.
What were you saying?
Make a diversion to pull
Yeah,
them away.
so like throw like a pebble this way or a rock this way and hope to God that they walk, and then we go and check and try and get in.
I mean, how far away are we? Can we see if there's any like levers?
You guys are exactly as far away as I have it here, but there's like next to each of them there's like a cutout in the stone, and you can't see inside the cutout.
So it's like a double pull kind of thing, like a nuke.
Sure. You don't know what's on the inside. I mean, it could be switches, could be a lever, could be who knows what. You just see that like it looks like there's literally like cutouts in like a shape of a rectangle on either next to them that they can like stick their hand through or whatever.
Either levers or like alarms. Either way, if we open this gate, they're gonna notice.
Could we, like, if we get caught, just thinking out loud, could we have, like, Eos tell them that, like, we're good, and, like, you brought them there, like bluff? Like, his charisma's really high, right? He could try and do a bluff that's saying, like, he's taken us prisoner to you-know-who kind of thing.
Yeah, would he have any sort of authority here?
I mean, Eos is technically a prince.
That's what I mean. So like, if he has any clout, or or if they're honoring his like rank, like he could honestly, like, if we got caught, just say like, hey, like I'm taking these to the, like, I don't know, the
The brig.
headmistress or something like that. You know?
I mean, it sounds good as plain as any.
I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to
Solitaire
know.
just wants to kill everything, right?
I mean, I'm just saying that these are options.
We would have to be quick and quiet. So if we can do that without causing a bunch of noise, we can.
Now, I just want to throw out a little point that since this is such a heavily militarized, like, you know, Area 51 area, even if you do kill them and hide the bodies or whatever, they're going to know that people are missing, and then the entire base is going to be on alert.
Yeah, I mean, it's just literally going to be a replay of the camp.
Yeah.
That's why I think that if we I think Eos needs to do like a bluff. Like I think he needs to sneak us through, if that makes sense.
We're not gonna be on any like logs, like prisoner logs though, if they're that organized.
I mean, he could say like this was like off the books or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he is privy to a lot of knowledge that not everyone else is supposed to know. So he could just go. He goes like, I'm back or whatever, and I brought what whoever sent me to go get mother. I brought, you know, all the prisoners' mother wanted me to go grab, and they'll be like, you know, oh hey, like, are you sure? And he's like, is like, you can be like kind of arrogant, like, are you my mother? Did you tell me to go get this? No, I think she told me to, and like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like he could.
Yeah, that's true.
He could role play it off.
This is assuming that they respect that authority.
Yeah, we don't know if they're like above the princedom or like there's an agreement to not have, you know, the king involved.
Or there's like a riff, yeah, or a sect that is broke off from. I don't know. Like I think that we try and sneak and divert, and then if we get caught, like I think that's the play is Eos has to like con us through.
Can we just dimension door through?
Yeah, there's nothing saying you can't teleport.
Does he have like knowledge history of the layout of this place? Because he goes, I'm back, or I'm home.
He recognizes the atmosphere. He does not recognize the location.
Okay.
The plane of fire is very distinct in how it feels.
Well, Justin, see if you can roll like a knowledge engineering to see how thick that gate would be. And then if you roll high enough, we can figure out the dimensions and then just dimension door past it. If we can, it allows us.
But that would break our invisibility, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
No, because it's only if you target somebody.
Oh, okay.
I mean, let me look it up, but I'm pretty sure.
I just want to make sure we think everything through before we do that, because we're going into an unknown.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how that works. Is the ball like the invisibility sphere like on him, or does he have to like move it?
he emits a 10-foot radius around himself of invisibility.
Okay, I think that would be fine.
That's what I think as well.
If this says it's on him, any affected creature moving out of the sphere, out of the area, becomes visible.
But if we're all if we're all in like a link, or we're all touching each other, we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just says who attack negate the invisibility only for themselves. You're not attacking.
And I almost said Kabor. And Eos is The one doing the dimension door as well, I believe, right? So you guys would be just fine. You can just say in your exact pattern and just whoosh.
We'd have to teleport, because I think dimension door you have to like see or know it.
I thought it was just you point and say the distance.
I don't know. To any other spot within range. Oh yeah, whether by simply visualizing or stating a direction.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you can figure out like a knowledge check on it, see like how thick that gate would be, and we can just teleport ourselves to like the next safest spot.
Sure.
Assuming that it's not like.
What's your total?
10.
You're not sure how thick it is, but based on how many that you can see and how thick each of those are, you're like, unless it's like crazy dummy thick, it could be no more than like 40 feet. Anything more than that would be just ludicrous.
Okay, we can go like 60 feet or something, just
60 feet from where you're standing?
no, from the edge. We get like 140 feet or something, 150.
Well, that's up to EOS. He gets the final say.
I also have it if we need it.
Oh, well then you can do it if you want.
Past dimension door.
All right, how deep? Full send.
Got all your numbers in there?
He's typing. Yeah, from where you're standing, how deep? I didn't hear that in the chat.
150.
Heard that.
All right. Perceptione.
I don't know why that rolled twice.
All up to you, Ira.
Oh, it's sick.
Tell me, what are your guys' vision levels? Low light, dark, normal? What we got here?
They got dark.
I also have dark.
I got dark, 60 feet dark.
Okay, it's low light in here, so that's all good enough. I don't know why that little chunk didn't reveal. There we go. Now I realize this looks like a giant uterus.
What's with you and drawing Utes, Josh?
That's because anything in a Y shape's a uterus to me.
Big Ute guy.
Yeah, love me some Utes. There's two more guards behind you, but they don't notice anything. Essentially, you have a diversion. 2 paths and a yellow wood. I conveniently labeled
Could we
them.
do it? Could we do a knowledge dungeoneering check?
Absolutely.
Let's see if I have that. I don't know if I even have that. Nope. Sure don't.
Celiska's gonna look back at Eos and go, like, put her hand, which is like a, pretty much just feels like a breeze on his shoulder. And she looks at him and she says, "Which way? Since you're home." I know it's not like his home, but like maybe he has a sense for like
an intuition.
Yeah, like a pull one direction or the other. Like if he feels a strong fire presence to the right, we should probably go left.
Right.
Ooh. Go right. All right.
Going right.
The tribe has spoken. And with that, we are going to a new map, which I now realize I think I don't have your guys' pawns in, so I'll just make a little copy of that before I move. Oh, I do have a copy in here. Look at me. Okay. You guys. I gotta rearrange your order a little bit. Is you guys? How long does your invisibility last?
Indefinitely.
No, it lasts 1 minute per level.
So we have like 13
Oh, it
minutes.
works like invisibility.
Yeah. So it's 13 minutes.
Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this map is,
Giant.
yeah, rather huge.
Oh my god.
Welcome to one baby part ads. What? It switched. Oh, it's because it switched videos on us. I set this to loop. How dare you? We went that this playlist is 1 hour and 1 minute, so we've officially gone 1 hour in. All right, let me enhance.
And we've done nothing.
That's typically how it goes.
You guys learned a lot. All right.
I feel like we did a lot of important things, though.
You guys are now in this new area. You guys travel for what feels like a while down this winding tunnel. It feels like a natural cavern. Like this used to be like a lava way that's now hardened out. There are no torches or anything lighting the way, so it is dark. But it's one direction. You guys travel for a while until you guys start to see a small glow coming up ahead. As you guys get closer and closer, you realize this is a glow of lava. Go ahead. You guys travel for a long time, long enough that your invisibility is gone, conveniently, to pull a Troy. But it does seriously take a long time. This, you should see the book.
I can imagine it takes more than 15 minutes to walk it.
Yeah, it's like miles. And you guys have to go slow. But anyways, you guys start to see this light in front of you. No one sees you or anything like that. You're fine in that regards. Go ahead and roll a perception check. All right, no one worry about it. No one's gonna be a 37. All right, before you see a very large cavern, which I now realize I just messed up the revealing for it, so let's keep going. Here we go. With the far wall having literally lava pouring out of the roof and spilling out into a little river that goes into the wall on either side. And then you see little pockets of where the ground is kind of wore out and it's like digging straight down in Minecraft. Like you look down, there's lava underneath it. And this room is filled with bones.
And
And that's it.
When you say creature pops out of the lava,
I was waiting for like, and
No and.
Leviathan. And Leviathan.
a fire dragon is, and its family have just eaten dinner and will now kill you. Um, knowledge check on this.
What's this?
I mean, I'm just telling the group, like, somebody wanna.
I mean, can we know of any monsters that would like live in lava? I'm sure there's some.
Would this be a knowledge planes check?
Are you just trying to get a vibe of the room? What are we checking specifically here?
I want someone to check, like, what would make this like a feeding ground or whatever it is.
What lives in water or lives in lava and eats whatever these are? People.
Knowledge dungeoneering, please.
Yeah,
Also
that's what I'm
take
saying.
knowledge
I mean,
planes if you're feeling lucky.
$22
Which
planes.
for planes? Oh snap. So you're not super familiar with, creatures from other planes, outsiders as they call them. But you do know of stories of creatures being able to both live in lava and both live in rock. With that knowledge, you also notice that the ground is not smooth underneath all these bones. It looks kind of crushed and scuffed and broken apart and things like that.
Alright, so maybe we leave.
Yeah, we don't really have any other reason to be here, right?
No.
I mean, this looks like a dead end.
Might be metagaming, but what is this?
That's a lava fall. I didn't know how to animate
Yeah,
like the flowing.
from the top.
Yeah, so that was my artistic attempt.
Is it flowing to it and from something?
It's flowing from the roof downward into that river, which is a long part, and it's flowing in both directions. So it's kind of like flowing out to the left and to the right, and then into the wall.
It goes like, oh shit. It goes like this down and then splits outwards.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so one's flowing this way and then into the wall, and then the other way is flowing this way and into the wall right here. You guys can't see my arrow. I just realized that. Oh, my bad. So like that way, and then it's exactly what Scott was saying, and then like that.
Yeah. It's coming down from the ceiling and then going out.
Yep.
Forming like the back wall.
Yep. And the flow is slightly lower than the ground too. So it's like flowing also underneath the ground.
So we turn around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason to be in here. If we didn't see anything in here, I mean, I would assume metagaming a little bit, there might be like some shit in here though.
Yeah, not metagaming any. I'm turning around.
What do you mean? This looks like a welcoming room.
Either they're dumping bodies in here or something's making these bodies. Any holes in the roof or anything?
No. Except from where the lava's flowing out, but it's not like a hole. It's like a perfectly cut out spot where it's just like slowly oozing out.
Yeah, I just say we dip.
Dip we do.
All right, you guys sneak past the guards, because remember there's a little point where they can see you.
I guess we'll have to, yeah.
You want to do an invis, or do you want to... You're not getting stuff for free anymore. Sorry, those days are over.
Sure. I mean, if he wants to like cast invisibility, fine. Or we can all just run across. I mean, because we were how far away from him?
Decently far.
I mean, if somebody rolls a really bad roll, then
Yeah, I say we invis. There's no point in just chucking the entire thing.
The whole campaign for laziness.
Yeah.
All right. Who's got it? What spell? Just mark it off. I'm not going to worry about it otherwise.
That's a jarred sphere.
All right. Jard's getting some work in. All right. If you guys could turn your attention to about 20 tiles north. I have created clones of you.
nice.
And you guys are now in A. This one takes significantly less time to go through. Like a minute. As compared to like 20 minutes. So this one's a lot closer. So like the scale's not the same, proportionally speaking.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh,
Perceptions, please.
damn it.
Jared, 2 natty ones in a row on the perception.
Oh,
Killing
it
it.
does say
He's so rattled from being in his home. Alright, what was the best one? A 23?
Yeah.
Okay, lucky for you guys, this room's
I
small.
have a roll. Not that her roll's really that
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna really matter. You guys see what looks like a barracks? There are 3 beds. I didn't draw them in, but there's like little chests in front of each of them. This over here is a rack filled with weapons. And over here is a table, and underneath the table is storage. There's no one in here.
Can we loot the chests?
You can try.
Actually,
We
no.
keep somebody on guard.
I don't think we should loot anything. People think something's up.
What? We can look through stuff though.
That's true.
But should we have somebody on guard?
Alright, I think we should all just stay in the sphere, right? At least until it's close to running out.
Yeah, because this is a short walk, so you guys still got time.
Okay.
You guys could time it theoretically enough to be able to go in here, spend 10 minutes, and then get out and go back the other way if you need to.
Sounds good.
Sure.
The beds are big enough for giants.
Little barracks area.
Alright, let's look through some stuff.
Alright, you guys rummage through things. Everyone roll a perception check, and that'll be like your rummaging. Ooh, 35. That's really good. We already talked about the giant clans, right? The Brandrix, Fraffins, Osvarns, and the
Yeah.
Stockrins. Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't
Um,
remember.
with like their different symbols, like the bear facing A red bear on a black
Yeah.
flag and all that
We
jazz.
talked about those.
All right, you see different symbols like that in here. Essentially, the main one you see is a black greatsword on a square-topped orange shield. You see 2 of those.
That's the one that's like the leader, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the other one that you see is an orange raven on a circular black shield. So you see those. With your high roll, you also found what looks like a rotation schedule. So you guys now kind of have some times of when shift changes are, which is very valuable. So now when you guys are planning on wanting to do certain things, you can say we want to time it based off shift change, things like that, and I will honor that for the next 48 hours.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Let me see what else. There's a lot of information in this book, and I didn't have time to prep either because of my haircut. Oh. You see posted in one of the guards' chests, which are unlocked. It's in the one with the raven and black shield. You see written down it says like this is just paraphrasing, meeting with the queen, and then the letter Q. In Giant. I'm assuming one of you reads Giant, right?
Caramos
I think
does.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's written in Giant. I just assumed you did. But yeah.
I do with my new headband.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. So you can read it too. Meeting with Queen Q.
Do you do a knowledge check to figure out who Queen Q is?
Yeah, do you have knowledge, nobility?
I do.
That'll work.
I only got 13.
Yeah, you don't know.
Ooh, forgot the slash.
I'm trying to do this one-handed while feeding a baby, so my sincerest apologies.
You are not forgiven. I'm just kidding. That's a good roll, bro.
15.
So you're not super up to date with Fire Giant nobility. But you can surmise with that roll that Queen Q is a member of Clan Haraffin, which is the Orange Raven and the Circular Black Shield, which is important.
Okay.
All right.
So the one clan is meeting with the queen of that clan.
So the guy who had that symbol with his stuff is meeting with the queen, who apparently is also a member of that clan.
The queen of everyone, or the queen of that clan?
I don't know. It just says Queen Q.
And yeah, can we?
But
Is that what the nobility
Josh said we
symbol?
could surmise that she's with the Clan Haraffin or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Justin was asking, is she the queen of all the fire giants or just Clan Haraffin? And you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like, is the big queen part of this clan, which could?
She, yeah. So she is the queen of something. She could be the queen though, which means if she's part of House Haraffin, which is not the biggest house, that could be useful information.
And if we do things on certain shifts, maybe we can start some turmoil. Also, if it's the queen, then it's Jared's mom, right?
Jard's mom is the queen of the fire plane. So this is most likely the queen of either the Clan Raffins or all of the fire giants here.
So not the queen of the plane.
No.
Just the queen of
No,
these
that'd
people.
be Queen Soul, which is Jared's mom.
All right. Well, I guess we're going back to B.
But you guys didn't like B.
You don't really give us much of a choice.
Yeah, I know. I'm mean like that. All right, just scroll your scroll wheels down, and I'll save you the effort of having to like move your pawns because I just cloned you. So, ba-ding. I'll just put these in the GM layer. All right, there we go. All right, back to B.
Can anybody detect magic?
Could we guess that that's like a door?
You
Maybe
see-
like you
What's-
walk through the lava, kind of like the curtain that we walk through. Maybe it's like the same thing in that little like running lava spot.
You can roll a perception check to see if it looks like if it's fake or real. What was the other person's thing? Detect magic? Someone said that?
Mhm. Yep.
Besides just the presence of the conjuration magic, no.
Okay.
Nope.
There's no magic in this room, though.
Within 60 feet.
Can you take 20 with a detect magic or no?
It's not a roll.
You only need like 3 rounds and you get everything.
It's not the strength of the spell, it's the range of the spell.
Correct.
I mean,
But could we
got
like
a
walk
move in
around the
here.
room with a detect magic like cone?
Yeah, I'll just say you guys are just shooting it off all the time.
Before we do this, let's be realistic. There are probably like lava elementals or earth elementals or something, maybe some
Porque no los dos.
something. Like there might be something in here. Just
I'm gonna say
throw
there's
it.
definitely something in here. Something that eats, I would assume. How are the bones looking?
That's a good question. You can roll a perception on them bones.
Perceiving bones.
Bones seem ashy and charred, but in terms of size of bones, they are a mixture. I would say 20% giant and 80% medium creature folk / smaller.
So is
Could
this
be
like
like
a
crazy.
graveyard from like a battle maybe?
I don't think so. I think this is a feeding ground.
Any tooth marks?
Get closer for that.
Okay.
Is there any what? What did you ask?
He has tooth marks.
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm gonna go up here too.
So you look, and there are. It looks like you don't know if it's teeth or if it's like talons or what, but there's these big scrape marks along it.
Question: how tall is this cavern?
It is. At the edges, it is 20 feet, and at the center, it's like a bubble. At the center, it goes all the way up to 30 feet.
Okay. So I mean, it's big, but it's not like huge.
No, it's big in scale, not so big in height. I mean, it's a lava flow.
All right. Well, what do we want to do? We're on the edges. Go walk straight through.
I would suggest going around the edges.
Yeah, we should have EOS go first because is he fire resistant or fireproof?
Fire resistant, I think. Did you get proofness yet? It's on the second page. You go on special abilities. Oh, the font is just so big. I can read it so clearly. He's definitely fire resistant. I just don't know how much.
All right. Well,
Should I cast Endure Elements then?
It's still going.
Or no, Protection from Energy?
Ice.
I don't think we don't know what we're facing yet, though.
He's fire resistant 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at EOS and go left or right. All right, he says left, so I follow his lead.
These bones look frail and well cooked.
All right, Jared, pick where you want to move to. I'm gonna float behind you, or I can float in front of you if you want me to go first.
Now hold the phone here, Jared. Let's bring you back. All right. So you take a step onto the bones.
I'm like right behind him at all
As
times.
soon as you hit the bones and you hear the crunch sound, you guys need to do a perception check.
Can we figure out where Andrew wants to be?
Jesus.
We'll put Andrew here. Though he has maximum contact for healing purposes.
What are you talking about? We're not gonna get into a combat.
Alright.
Heyo.
Alright, so everyone's perception is good enough to notice that you guys stop moving and you start to hear a rumbling. And it sounds like a digging sound. But deep, 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 deep. And then almost like it's mixing with like swimming, like with the lava. Just digging sound.
Lava wounds? Fuck, we're about to die again.
And all of a sudden, burrowing out from the ground itself, you guys see this. And yes, that is the correct size for this thing. This new layer thing is crazy, so I can get a bigger view. You guys see this
Yay, more worms.
burrowing out from the
God.
ground, and it just roars this very deep. I can't even do the sound. Just this deep, deep roar. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yay, more worms.